Hello, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we continued to work on the side quests and main story quests here in Whitebrim Front. And we got most of those done. And still trying to work on getting Drillamalt to allow us to enter the Stone Vigil. We need to actually speak with him because we took care of some stuff for his subordinates, and we need to see if that's changed his attitude at all. But we have one more side quest left to do here. The King Rat Must Die. We're probably going to do that first. And as you can see, I am now wearing my new set of armor. It is the Mithril Cuirass armor. I went ahead and dyed it red, which I kind of like as a theme for this character. Having the red armor because it looks nice. And I also added our Free Company's crest to the armor because it looks cool. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get to work killing rats. We need to... What were we doing with that anyway? Gotten for the outside walls, survey the rat's nest, and kill the Rat King. Okay, so we need to find this rat's nest, which is most likely outside the walls. So let's see. There it is. Rat King. Let's go berserk on it. Alright. Simple enough. Alright, Fosquinet. That's the end of the king, is it? Well struck. We'll see less of the foul little things I expect. That said, did they not say in your fair home city that rats abandoned the sinking ship? Perhaps I should more rightly take it as a good omen that the rats deign to stay in Whitebrim. Alright. Took care of that bit of business, and let's go ahead and talk to Drillamalt. And see what he has to say. Did I not make myself clear? Be gone from my sight, foreigner, or I shall have you removed. Letter to House Durandare. Okay, I apparently have this to deliver. A missive? Give me that. Houses Fortom and Helenart hereby formally advise that all restrictions on employing foreign sellswords be... These are not more than the ill-conceived notions of a hopeless romantic and naive lordling. House Durandare would not even be in this position had not House Helenart failed to hold the Stone Vigil. They would have us pit one horde against another. Nay, I say, we need only Ishgardian steel to cleanse the realm of these godless heathens. Alright, speak with Nivi. Is she on the first floor? Yes, there she is. Lord Drillamont rejected our proposal, didn't he? I could hear him shouting even from here. Alas, he's not the only one to heap disdain upon House Helenart. Ever since we lost the steel and stone vigils, we have been at the mercy of other high houses. We should be the ones fighting to reclaim the lost outpost, yet it is House Durandare that must pay the price for our failure. But how can I bear Lord Drillamon's harsh words back to Lord Francel? Mayhap I should remain here for the nonce. Okay, well, the next main story quest is over here. Alright, let's speak with Cid. I'd like to furnish the infirmary with a new alembic. Okay. Might I have a word with you, Oyame? It concerns the Cherugians. Cherugians? After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs. You see, so I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and the means to help me recover my memories. This work with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 6 ice sprites, though commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures. There's a way to alter their properties so they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, but somehow I know it will work. Slay ice sprites and obtain their cores. Alright. If I remember correctly, they should be right outside. It's telling me to go north. Here's one. Alright, let's see if we can avoid... I was about to say, let's see if we can avoid fighting these dragonflies, because they're useless to us. These roll after. Alright, looks like there's more of them to the north. There they are. Keep an eye on that dragonfly. He's starting to get close. Oh, my chocobo decided to quit. Let's get it back out. Do the berserk. There we are. Alright, we need 2 more. Alright, there's one To the south there, and there's another one. There's a few of them around. Okay. Let's just fight them on our way back to Whiterun. That'll be the most efficient, I think. Looks like a fate's popped up. Oh, the dragonfly's right here. Alright, we're gonna have to fight through it. Berserk. Alright, there's all the cores. Get these back to Sid. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. Yep, here they are. What an amazing device! But is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder... Were thee the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts, wondrous and strange? Or where thee the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts, wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a cost. Oh, you again. Their earnest efforts are but a means to as yet unknown end. Moreover, to be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Alright, let's see what's next. Cid is concerned about Inquisitor Guillaume. Before we can persuade Lord Drillamont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillaume that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Curthus. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Front. Share your findings with Alphino in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Alright. Yep, it seems we're going to need to deal with this guy before we can do much else. Question people of Whitebrim Front. Jolo. Jolo? Inquisitor Guillaume? Yes, of course, I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whiteburn Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end Inquisitor Guillaume rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. Is there more people to question here? Is there someone upstairs? No. There's only one other place they could be. That's in here. Ah. Au bois. Au bois? Inquisitor Guillaume, I have the foggiest of whom you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we have learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you have hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Alright. Patrick. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed we are to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. Hostifor. The Holy See has decreed that Inquisitors are the arbiters of Halone's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Okay. Alright, what can we do here? In case you haven't noticed, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind. Our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you have been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Ayame. Mayhap they will provide insight into Inquisitor Guillaume's motivations. I already have the Mithril Cuirass, so we'll take the elegant silver pieces. Alright. What's next? Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate. Yes? But the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we arrived in Whitebrim Front, I have seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Jolo is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Search the outside area of White Brim Front for clues. So the eastern gate, I guess, is this way? Yes. A silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Let's see. Anything interesting down here? This would be the carcass of a dragon. And purple ring means only one thing. Plasmoids. Berserk. Alright, let's investigate the snow mound. Inquisitor corpse. Well, 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 it appears Mr. Inquisitor is not who he claims to be. Alright, let's make our way back to the city. Not city, but the fort. Alright, let's see what Alphino has to say about this. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Bloody encyclical? What does that say it is? Scroll contains what appears to be an official papal appointment to the position of Inquisitor. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume. Newly come to Kurthus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to determine his true identity or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Ayame, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Alright. Next. Since Lord Drillamont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim. Yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Jolo with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, you may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. Very well. Let's go ahead and talk to him in just a second. Alright. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, you have returned. There's something else you wanted to ask. Let's show him this. The Inquisitor is an imposter. Don't be preposterous. That cannot possibly be true. He is a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that that is all a lie? If you're so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go speak with Sir Prunilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. Okay. Oh, she must be under... on the lower level. There she is. Prunilla? You! I do not believe... I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it. Not at all. Okay. I think you do know something of it. What? Do you doubt my words? Away with you, I will suffer your slander no more. Alright, so I need to do the whole doubt thing. You're not being straightforward with me. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Sir Jolo gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy, but what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept this confidence, Sir Jolo and I would be spared, but if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Jolo to the infirmary, and on his first night in White Brim Front, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized while in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillamont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing, until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of White Brim Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Halenart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone forgive me for not acting sooner. Alright, so search the southeast area of White Brim Front. See if you can find this chest of draconian rosaries. Suspicious box. And there we go. Let's present our findings to Lord Drillamont. And this should hopefully be enough. Alright. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to Stone Vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. Well, you've been duped. There had better be a very good explanation why you were carrying these rosaries, and where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury, take me. The Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale, but this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Ayame, and for that I deeply apologize. I'll permit you to enter the outpost, but first, I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. Ah, good. It's all reason. Alright, Lord de Lemont requires your assistance in bringing the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillaume to justice. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hell has taken him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, pretending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded a heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Ayame. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Alright. Who are we talking to? That guy over there. Okay. Ugh. I'm lost? Okay. Alright, so we should just follow this path this way, and it should take us where we want to go. Hippo surfs. Alright, we have Crocs here. Let's see if we can avoid fighting them. And this looks to be an instance battle. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord de Lemont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? Yep. You needn't tremble my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Halone's halls. Only the wicked... But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Halone. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord de Lemont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ah, grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord de Lemont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You, whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillamon, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dorvanian fang and claw. Alright, let's engage. Actually. Alright, hold on, this wrong button. Alright. We have enemies. Caught in that. Alright, is that all of them? I have a feeling there's more going to be happening than that. How wrong you are, Ishgardian. I have been blessed with power far beyond your ken. Alright. God, my brothers, grant me strength to smite our enemies. Oh, he just turned into a giant dragon. Okay. Oh, Wyvern just came in. Let's deal with that first. More wormhounds are coming in. Alright, the Wyvern is down. Wormhound. Alright, let's see if we can finish off Guillaume here. There he goes. My glamour's dispelled. Your plans lie in ruins, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebrim Front shall fall. Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves naught better. Ayame, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. Should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front and bring your associates. Oh, and we get dumped out right in front of a croc. Beautiful. It's no big deal. Get rid of that. Alright, let's get back to Whitebrim Front. I'll probably just go ahead and pause recording while I ride back. Alright, back at Whitebrim Front. Let's go ahead and talk to Alpha Note. Where have you been, Ayame? The false Inquisitor's been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you to revel in your victory. I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. You can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. And we've actually hit a point where we can't take the next main story quest because we aren't a high enough level. How about that? But that has opened up a whole bunch more side quests here in Whitebrim Front. So, looks like we have some work to do. But I think we'll probably go ahead and end this episode here. And we will get to work on that to hit level 41. Is it 41? Let me just check. Yep, 41. And unlock the next main story quest when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.